Well, you can't get enough of Bobby and Kathy. They just ducked out so quick. Okay, again, Jim Houghton. Jim Houghton, dead or alive? Jim Houghton? Jim Houghton. Okay. All right, we now have Diana Williams and Tina Harriman. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right, Glenn and Julie Warner. Glenn and Julie Warner. Okay, all right. Moving along here. Dan McLaughlan. Don McLaughlan. Don McLaughlan. We get any more no-shows, John, you better start warming up again. Who's here? Don's here. Good. We've got him. All right. Again, while he's doing that, let's go through again donations. Hopefully we're here, the rich, the plentiful. Always see the donation can when it's there. Don't forget, 7 o'clock right here will be, we will have David Langdon and Mike Ross and friends. And after that, open jams. Come to me for the super secret ukulele jam. So, yeah. Super secret. Oh, no, we got to be quiet and careful. I read the bylaws. So, Don's going to step in, fill the gap here.
Yeah.
We've got better stands if you want.
Oh, hey, that's a lot nicer stand than what I got. Yes, it is. But this will work, I guess. Okay. No big. I use this at home all the time. Works just fine. Well, thank you. I'm going to start out. I done sung all my Hank Williams songs yesterday. So, and I only know 3 of them, so that's pretty much covered. But I'm going to play a song that I wrote, and I hope I don't scare anybody off. But this song is called Possum in the Bed. And I've never had a possum in my bed, but it came to me one day, and I thought about, boy, wouldn't that be fun to have a possum in your bed?
And you kicked it out before it could climb in.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so it's in D, and you guys, you've heard this one before. So. Went to bed one Saturday night. Might have been feeling a little tired. Got up at 3 to go and pee. Flipped on the light and what did I see? Well, there's a possum in the bed with me. Shouldn't he be up in a tree? Pet door didn't get locked, I see. What to do, oh, woe is me. All right. Well, there he was, just a-looking at me. Big old teeth is all I could see. Where's my glasses and that dang dog? I found him later, sleeping like a log. Well, I grabbed my glasses, threw on my shorts. Out of the dog come a couple of snorts. He's a ball of terror when he hits his stride. One look at that possum and he ran to hide. Well, there's a possum in the bed with me. Shouldn't he be up in the tree? The pet door didn't get locked, I see. What to do, oh, woe is me. So I grabbed me a shovel from by the door. I went back in to settle the score. Well, a possum's playing possum in the bed. I scooped him up and towards the door we head. Well, out the door and onto the lawn. He looked at me and let out a yawn. He plopped him there onto the ground. He wandered off without a sound. Well, there's a possum in the bed with me. Shouldn't he be up in the tree? The pet door didn't get locked, I see. What to do, oh, woe is me. Keep going. Well, I learned me a lesson late that night. You can't count on that dog in a fight. Possums are fun when they're outside, but if there's a dog, if the dog's going to run and hide. Well, there's a possum in the bed with me. Shouldn't he be up in the tree? The pet door shouldn't get locked, I see. What to do, oh, woe is me. Well, there's a possum in the bed with me. What to do, oh, woe is me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A little rough start, but we got her finally. And thanks for the visual there.
You're making me hungry, Roger. John.
Hungry.
Yeah,
Hungry.
possum pie.
That is
Possum
something
pie.
you could do with a possum, I guess.
Yeah.
You might do it if you found him in your bed. Yeah. You ever seen a possum grin?
Yeah, they got about 100 teeth.
Yeah. They look so friendly.
Yeah,
Well,
not
do
really.
they bite you? They are.
Okay, this one is a song from 1972, and it's called Uneasy Rider by Charlie Daniels. I don't know if you've ever heard it or not, but you're going to hear it now. So, and it's in G, D, C. I don't know. You know how this one goes. Well, I was taking a trip out to L.A., cruising along in my Chevrolet, looking out the window and digging on the radio. Just as I crossed that Mississippi, well, there goes my music. Hang on, folks.
That wasn't the short version there at all. Just hold on a minute.
Wait, hang on there, Roger. Let's turn it a little bit like this. Maybe the wind won't blow it off. Come on, wind. Hey, thanks, Roger.
I was a Boy Scout.
All right, me too. Okay, now let's try this again.
You're a lifesaver, Roger.
Thanks, Roger. Well, okay. Oh, we got one. Put another
Oh,
one
he's
over
a
here.
good man.
Thank you very much, sir.
Give your professional grade.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
yeah, you're getting fancy now.
Okay, let's try this again. Well, I was taking a trip out to L.A., tooling along in my Chevrolet, looking out the window and digging on the radio. Just as I crossed that Mississippi line, I heard that highway start to whine, and I knew that left rear tire was about to blow. Well, the spare was flat, and I got uptight, 'cause there wasn't a filling station in sight, so I just limped down on the shoulder on the rim. And I went as far as I could, and when I stopped the car, it was right in front of this little bar, kind of a redneck-looking place called the Dewdrop Inn. Well, I stuffed my hair up under my hat, and I told the bartender that I had a flat, and would he be kind enough to give me change for one? Well, there was one thing I was sure proud to see. There wasn't a soul in the place except for him and me, and he just looked disgusted and pointed toward the telephone. Well, I called up a station down the road a ways, and he said he wasn't very busy today, and he'd have someone out there in just about 10 minutes or so. He said, now you just stay right where you're at. And I didn't bother to tell the darn fool that I sure as heck didn't have anywhere else to go. Well, I ordered up a beer and sat down at the bar when some guy walks in and says, who owns this car with the peace signs, the mag wheels, and the 4 on the floor? Well, he looked at me and I dang near died, and I decided I'd just wait outside. So I laid $1 on the bar and headed for the door. Well, just when I thought I'd get out of there with my skin, these 3 big dudes come a-strolling in with one old drunk chick and some fellow with green teeth. Well, I was almost to the door when the biggest one said, you tip your hat to this lady's son. And when I did, all that hair fell out from underneath. Well, now the last thing I wanted was to get in a fight in Jackson, Mississippi on a Saturday night, especially when there was 3 of them and only 1 of me. Well, they all started laughing and I felt kind of sick, and I knew I'd better think of something pretty quick, so I just reached out and kicked old Green Teeth right in the knee. Well, he let out a yell that'd curl your hair, but before he could move, I grabbed me a chair and said, watch him, boys, 'cause he's a thoroughly dangerous man. Well, you may not know it, but this man's a spy. He's an undercover agent for the FBI, and he's been sent down here to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan. Well, he was still bent over, holding on to his knee, but everybody else was looking and listening to me, and I laid it on thicker and heavier as I went. I said, would you believe this man has gone as far as tearing wall stickers off the bumpers of cars, and he voted for George McGovern for president. Well, he's a friend of those long-haired hippie-type guys. I bet you's even got a commie flag tacked up on the wall inside of his garage. Yeah, he's a snake in the grass, I'll tell you guys. He may look dumb, but that's just a disguise. He's a mastermind in the ways of espionage. Well, they all started looking real suspicious at him, and he jumped up and said, now wait a minute, Jim, you know he's lying. I've been living here all of my life. Well, I'm a faithful follower of Brother John Birch, and I belong to the Antioch Baptist Church, and I ain't even got a garage. You can call home and ask my wife. Well, then he started saying something about the way I was dressed, but I didn't wait around to hear the rest. I was too busy moving and hoping I didn't run out of luck. When I hit the ground, I was making tracks, and they were just taking my car down off the jacks. So I threw the man a 20 and jumped in and fired that motor up. Well, old Mario Andretti would have sure been proud of the way I was moving when I passed that crowd coming out the door and headed towards me at a trot. And I guess I should have gone ahead and run, but somehow I just couldn't resist the fun of chasing them all just once around the parking lot. Well, they headed for their car, but I hit the gas and I spun around and headed them off at the pass. I was slinging gravel and putting a ton of dust in the air. And when I hit the road, I was really wheeling. Had gravel flying and rubber squealing, and I didn't slow down until I was almost to Arkansas. Well, I think I'm gonna reroute my trip. I wonder if anybody'd think I flipped if I went to L.A. by Omaha. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Good job.
That's a long one.
Good job.
And that's all I got.
Oh, you got one more, don't you?
No, I don't have any more.
Oh.
I'm about ready to melt.